Many welds, especially those made on material over 2 mm in thickness, require reinforcement by way of filler material. Filler material is provided in the form of filler rods, also called filler wire. Filler wire designed for use with the TIG process must not be confused with filler wire used with gas welding, as their compositions are not the same. Wires are usually identified by a stamped identification tag at one end of a wire. International coding is used to identify the filler wire material. In order to identify a wire, you will need to refer to a selection chart or table. You will find an example of an identification table in your learner's guide. It is very important that you select the correct type of filler wire for the metal or the alloy that you're welding. Remote controls are incorporated into some welding systems, offering the welder the ability to adjust the welding current and gas flow whilst welding. A remote control may be used for the following functions: to activate the machine's contactor, which stops and starts the welding current to the torch, to adjust or trim the welding current amperage whilst welding, to stop and start the shielding gas, and, where applicable, to stop and start the torch cooling system. Remote controls are categorized either as foot pedal control or torch control. This particular machine can be remote controlled using a foot pedal controller. The controller is connected to the machine at the remote socket. On the control panel, you will see a switch labeled Contactor Output. The switch has two positions and must be set to the remote position when the foot pedal is connected. In this mode, the foot pedal acts as a simple stop and start control for the welding current and the gas flow. If you wish to adjust the amperage during welding, then this switch, labeled Amperage Control, should be set to the remote position. In this position, the foot pedal is used to vary the welding current within the range preset at the amperage control. The foot pedal causes more current to flow as it is pushed down. If you do not want variable current, then set the switch to the panel position. In this position, the amperage will be fixed at the value set on the amperage control. It should be noted that if you use the machine without remote controls, then both the contactor switch and the amperage control should be set to panel and on, respectively. Torch controls offer similar functions to foot pedals. Some torches feature a thumb wheel. This device is used to adjust the welding current. A thumb switch is used to trigger the remote function. Depending on the machine settings, triggering the thumb switch usually starts and cuts off the welding current as well as the shielding gas. On certain machines, you will see a control marked with positions 2T and 4T. In the 2T position, the thumb switch must be pressed and held down in order to weld. As soon as the switch is released, the welding current will stop. This function is useful when making tack welds. In the 4T or latching position, you need only press the thumb switch once and welding will continue. This is ideal for long welding runs. To stop the arc, press the switch again. This concludes Program 2 of this series. Join us again in Program 3, where you can learn more on the subject of TIG welding equipment and welding techniques.